Hello, StarCraft fans! This is Falcon Paladin coming to you with yet another daily Legacy of the Void upload. This is a game between Neeb and Hydra on Dusk Towers. In the bottom side of the map, we have the blue Protoss player. It is Neeb. And in the top side of the map, we have the red Zerg player. It is Hydra. So a PvZ for you today. Again, I've had a lot of these recently, so I apologize if you hate this matchup. But if you do, then why do you hate StarCraft 2? Okay, jokes. I understand if you hate this matchup, but it is my favorite matchup, and to each their own. Alright, so Dusk Towers, we've seen a lot of games on this map. A very safe natural, fairly safe third. I assume that Hydra will expand here first to get a start on his creep spread. And yes indeed. Hydra is a member of Root Gaming, which is a very excellent organization. There is Root Gaming TV. I assume you're already subscribed to it. I know they haven't uploaded many things in the last few months, but please subscribe to them because they are a supporter of esports. In the meantime, taking the safer expansion right now is Neeb. There's that Nexus. Popping right on up here and just continuing to probe up. There, finally getting the gateway. Gateway on the way. Was that Nexus first? It was Nexus first coming out here from Neeb, which means that Hydra, to respond, needs to go for a third hatch here very quickly. And indeed, elsewise, he will be behind. He will be behind the Protoss player, and that is not anywhere that you want to be. APM for these players in the early game is around 200 or so. 230 for Neeb. We'll say 3 for Hydra, flirting with that 300 on average APM. Really playing quickly, which is kind of what helps a lot. Honestly, if you're making slow decisions and slow actions, it's really hard to win. But again, we've seen pro players with lower APMs, around 100, around 75, and do well. So, all right, here comes the probe. Check in. There's that third hatch. All right, so Hydra knows what's up. I think he knows that Neeb tends to go for a Nexus first on this map into this matchup. So he's just playing the meta. Good scout, though, by Neeb, checking to make sure that was actually there. A 2-basing Zerg is very different from a 3-basing Zerg. A 3-basing Zerg, you really don't have to worry about being aggressive for any length of time, for maybe 3, upwards of 4 minutes. Yeah, they can send a big swell of lings at you, but if you have a nice wall on your front, as Neeb does, you can hold that against pretty much anything. You're not going to see a ton of roaches or hydras, not going to see a ton of ravagers or lurkers on a 3-base Zerg, at least until about 6 or 7 minutes. So just keep that in mind, Protoss players. Don't freak out. If you see that third hatch, you can actually relax just a little bit, tech up, maybe try to go kill him, because again, Hydra's not going to have a big army anytime soon. So actually chrono boosting out double adepts here. We'll have to see if that works on out. Again, as the Zerg in the situation, I would recommend going for just mass speedling. Metabolic boost is on the way. Follow up Stargate for Neeb. Getting surround on adepts with lings is surprisingly effective. I mean, not surprisingly, it's just that adepts do that extra damage versus, oh, this one is walling off. This one's going against light units right here. 22 damage versus light, which you think would be good against lings, but they just don't fire fast enough without the resonating glaives upgrade to really make them super good against Zerglings, which are cheap. So out now, there we go. 8 lings on the way, speed just about to finish. I feel like Hydra's going to be just fine, especially with the Queen stabbing away here. Waiting for that metabolic boost to complete. 6 seconds to go here. Queen stabbing, can't quite stab. Sonic transfer. Is Neeb going to finish this? Nope, cancel. There's the cancel. I was going to say, dangerous, man. You saw those lings. You saw them speedlings. They might try to chase you home. Is that pneumatized carapace? What? Hydra got pneumatized carapace. Is he doing... Oh my gosh, Drop Lord. Drop Lord play from Hydra. 3 minutes and 44 seconds into this game. Remember what I said about not worrying about what the Zerg can do? Off of 3 hatch, I forgot about Drop Lord. So here we go. Lings dropping right inside the main base. Yes, congratulations. You have a Phoenix. That's going to do nothing. You have a lot of adepts, which might do better in the situation. Desperately trying to pin down as many of these probes as possible. Running away from the mothership core. Smart choice. And moving on in here, Phoenix does take out an Overlord there, trying to kill as many probes as possible, but good micro and the photon overcharge. I'm not even sure. What did he... Resources lost. Workers killed 0. What? Hydra lost, or rather, Neeb lost 0 workers in that attack. Hydra not as effective as you would expect here. The lings are trying to knock down or prevent this Nexus from being built, but these adepts will say, how about no? How about we don't allow you to not allow it to be built? Holy smokes, it's late. It is late in the evening, ladies and gentlemen. The Queen's stabbing away at the Phoenix, but once again, no static defense. They don't care. They don't care about a single Queen trying to kill them. They'll kill your drones. They'll kill your Overlords. They'll kill your grandma. They'll not even lift your Queens if you're not careful. Running as fast as you can, the Overlord dies anyway. I think Overlords are dudes. That's probably wrong. I am fairly sure that Zerg does not share the same, like, dude-female switch that humans do, although that opens up a can of worms these days. Gender fluidity, which just means that people can be anywhere on the spectrum, which I can respect. You may identify as whatever you wish. It's no skin off my nose, but it's hard to keep track of sometimes. Drop Lord getting killed by these Phoenix. These Phoenix are effective. Neeb knows what he's doing, man. He's doing this well. Ling's trying to check for a 4th base. No one there. 3rd base is still here. Can he? Getting rid of the probe is nice. Excellent job there. Assassinating that their probe. Pylon might actually fall here. And nope. Force field keeping it alive. You could force field on top of buildings. It's always seemed a little bit weird to me. It's like a little force field. You know what? Never mind. It makes sense. On the way is a Hydralisk Den for Hydra. +1 missile attack. 4th base. Coming at ya. Getting muscular augments for his Hydras too. And +1 ground weapons on the way for Neeb. So the Phoenix have been doing fairly well for themselves, I would say. I will say they're doing fairly well. Resources lost really heavily favoring Neeb right now. 50 to 50. Dead Queen got a little bit too far away from that spawning pool, Dead Queen. Or spawning pool. Spore Crawler, Dead Queen. Now your drones are going to die. Even lifting the Hydras, no big deal. You do extra damage versus them. Why not? Why not? This is not looking good at all. These Lings tried to bust on up in there, but that's a lot of Adepts and some Zealots too. The Phoenix decide not to press their luck and back on out as another Hydra, 2 more Queens showed up, but that's 8 dead drones. It is currently 69 to 60 workers. Neeb has the lead. Neeb. Can Neeb do America proud and actually win this game against the Korean Zerg player Hydra? We'll have to see. It is early yet. I remind you, it is early. Infestation Pit on the way. Baneling Nest coming up too. Is this the Hydra Baneling strategy that I don't like? Is that what's happening here, Hydra? I think it is. I think it's going Hydra Baneling, which... Yes, I understand the idea. The Banelings are good against Zealots and Adepts. There are a lot of those, in fairness, and Sentries, but Force Fields just negate them entirely. And Banelings really stink against Immortals and Archons. So... there are the Immortals, double pumping those guys, getting Zealot legs, getting Blink. So maybe committing heavily to Zealots, maybe the downfall of Neeb here if these Banelings make it happen. He sees the Baneling nest. He sees the shaking and the spasming, which tells him that centrifugal hook's on the way. So there's definitely a committal to Banelings somewhere. Hive coming up too. I think Neeb is aware of that one. Trying to take a 4th base. Zergling tries to deny it. Does not happen. Blah. There goes the Nexus. And how's our army supply looking? It is 63 to 39. Neeb has a big army right now, but worker supply 83 to 70. Phoenix continuing to just be a super nuisance to this point. 12 workers killed by Neeb this far. That discrepancy would be even bigger in worker count, except for the valor and the valiance of these Phoenix that are flying around. Ling's making sure a quick 5th does not happen. Does not happen. And here comes Neeb. Is he pushing? He might just be pushing here. That's a lot of sentries. That's a lot of force fields available. So the Banelings try to crash on in, right? You go force field, and then you just shoot them from behind the force field, and they die without doing anything. It's bad. Ling run by from Hydra, not looking good. Quick warping of Stalker. I don't know. I mean, maybe that's enough Stalker to handle this, but nope. No, I don't think it is. Instead, there we go. Round 2 Adepts. Adepts or Zealots? Probably your best bet for the instant warp-in. Some Stalkers died there unnecessarily, but that's A-okay. 159 to 137 total supply. Here comes Neeb with his Stalker, Zealot, Adept, Sentry, Immortal, Warp Prism composition. Man, that's a lot of different units to say there. Overseer just hanging out, scouting the main base, no big deal. Knows what's happening here. Spire on the way for Hydra. There are the Banelings with that centrifugal hook speed, and the force fields need to be on point here for Neeb. Can he get there? Guardian Shield, yes, good force fields. Not allowing those Banelings in anywhere. Oh, they're so trapped and getting just absolutely massacred on the other side of that wall. So many Banelings dying from the backside too. Just not attacking what they wanted to attack at all. 169 to 155 total supply. That hatch is gone. Gonzo pushing the assault here is Neeb. The Banelings trying to make this thing happen. How many force fields are remaining? There they go. They do actually, I mean, do some damage there, but this is still a lot of stuff. A lot of stuff here. Pretty good force fields, keeping the Hydras locked behind, allowing the Zerglings to be isolated and killed, and then dealing with the Hydras. Double Guardian Shield. Does that stack? I don't think that stacks. I really don't think it is. And that's it. The GG. GG from Hydra. Hydra's defeated. Neeb is victorious. And Neeb is our winner today. Holy shamoly, what an absolutely solid play there by Neeb. The Phoenix play, beautiful. I mean, he didn't really do much else. It was Phoenix play and then a single push, right? But the force fields were absolutely brilliant. Do you see what I'm telling you guys? I understand that this is somehow the meta in ZVP and Legacy of the Void, but holy smokes, those banelings were absolutely ineffectual. Resources lost, look at that. 9,400 lost for Hydra. A lot of that is going to be dead banelings. Neeb lost 3,600. No big deal. 25 to 168. This was kind of a raffle stomp. A little bit, honestly. I mean, Immortals, Stalkers, good upgrades on them. Neeb knew what he was doing. And Hydra just couldn't make the banelings work. Could not take down those force fields. Didn't have any Ravagers to do that at all. And that was all she wrote. So, well played indeed here by Hydra. But Neeb takes the win. Again, it was a fairly short cast, but I hope it was instructional as well. So that's it from me. This has been Falcon Paladin with yet another daily Legacy of the Void upload. Go ahead and hit that like button, hit that subscribe if you like what you saw and what you heard today. You can also catch me on Twitter and Facebook, both at /Falcon Paladin. And until next time, as always, thank you so much for watching, and you take care of yourself.